Hello everybody, I'm Karina Chin with karinascreations.com and thank you so much for stopping by today. Apologies on being a little bit late. Crazy things are going on in my house today. I'm getting a new kitchen finally, so I've got that going on downstairs. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. I am going to show you how to make this really fun card. I'm calling this a triple panel card. We did this at my last class, and there's just so many possibilities for it once you know the basic design. So I thought it would be really fun to show you. Can you guys see kind of the side view? It's actually easy to make, and we're going to be making it with the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. Yeah, Perfectly Plaid stamp set today, and you can get it in a bundle with the matching tree punch for $41.25. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Oh, I see Sharon's here. Hello, Sharon. I like to chat for a bit to just allow people to come on. And I'm just going to tell you, first of all, before I get started, what's going on with Stampin' Up! In my classes. So November, I've got a pretty busy month. I have on November 1st. November 1st. On Saturday, I'm actually doing a craft fair at the Ermiskin Community Hall. There's a huge Christmas craft fair, and it's really fun. Lots of handmade items, so I'll be there selling a bunch of cards and stuff. And for classes, well, not quite classes, but on November 1st, Stampin' Up! Has a new special coming out. It's called Christmas Time is Here, and it has a stamp set. It has this beautiful, beautiful coordinating dies. It has some really pretty ribbon. It's gold ribbon. And it also has some dots as well, Stampin' Dots. I cannot find my Stampin' Dots. I had 2 packages somewhere, and they will show up later. And this really pretty designer series paper. So the paper is beautiful because it's got some gold embossed in it. Isn't that pretty? So this will be available for customers on November the 1st. And it even comes with a bracelet. Let's see what the bracelet is again. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Here we go. So this is the bracelet. So that's pretty as well. And I like how it stretches to fit any size of wrist. So that would be kind of a fun Christmas gift for somebody. And then on November the 8th, I'm going to be doing a Stills Scene class, or I call it the Snow Globe class. It's a Friday night. And it makes a whole bunch of different shaker cards. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just leave me a message and I can send you details on it. And then I'm doing a picture frame class on November 25th. This is the picture frame that you'll make. All the supplies are included to make it. I believe it's $40. And you can see that we're using the Perfectly Plaid stamp set in here as well, along with the beautiful designer series paper. And this makes a really great Christmas gift because instead of one of these panels, you can actually put a family picture in it if you want. And then I'll be running the class 3 more times throughout the year, and we'll do a spring themed framed art, and then we'll do one for summer and then one for fall again. So you'll have 4 by the time you're done doing this class. And then you get to stamp with me 3 more times. So that's really fun too. And then also on the 24th of November, I'm going to be running a kids class based on the Snowman stamp set or the Snowman bundle. Can't think of the exact name of the class. But if you have any kids who are, like, I'd say 12 to maybe 6 to 12, or some teenagers who want to stamp, I'll be running that class as well. Now, let's see here. I always thank people for liking or sharing my videos or even commenting. So I put everybody's name in a little bin. And this is what we have from last week. It really helps get my name out there. There's a lot of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, so I really do appreciate it. Okay, and the winner is going to be, oh, Blank. Blank has won a prize. Okay, let's try this again. Don't know how that happened. Out of all the entries, I drew a blank. Ooh, that's kind of funny. Oh, Sandra. Sandra Goplan won a prize. And she's going to be getting the Frosted Clear Epoxy Droplets. Now, these are really fun, actually, and would coordinate great with that Christmas Time is Here Christmas Rose stamp set, because you can add little drops. It looks like dews on the petals, so that'll be really pretty. Okay, let's put the blank back. That's too funny. Don't know how these crazy things happen to me. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, yes, I got a new bracelet. This supports breast cancer, I believe, and it's a new line called Keep. So if anybody needs some little Christmas presents, I believe there's a special on until tomorrow where you can get some free mascara and stuff. So anyway, that's that fun thing. And I'll just show you some more cards before I get started. So the Perfectly Plaid bundle comes with this really fun stamp set, which I don't know where it is right now. Maybe I'll just show you in here. So this is the stamp set, Perfectly Plaid, and then it has a coordinating pine tree punch, which looks like this. And then it comes in a bundle for $41.25. Now I have been making tons and tons of stuff with this. I just love it. You can do cute little tags, cards, decorate some boxes. It's crazy, the stuff. I think this is my favorite bundle so far in the holiday catalog. And then this is one we made at my scrapbooking weekend that was held 2 weeks ago too. So just simple. You could do probably 50 of these for Christmas cards if you wanted. It's just simple and sweet. This card is part of my stamp set of the month, as well as the card I'm showing you today. Stamp set of the month, you get 3 cards in the mail, or 3 card kits along with the PDF instructions to make the cards. This is the other one. And then I also did a version in Rococo Rose. So I'm not sure which one you like better, whether you like the Rococo Rose or the Purple Posy. They're both really, really cute. Oh, I see Lisa's here too. Hello, Lisa from Manitoba. I don't know if you guys have snow. We have no snow today. It's sunny in Edmonton, which is super nice. We actually have a nice day. Okay, I think that was all I was going to talk about, and then I'll get started stamping on this card because there's a lot of pieces to this. So this is what I've done. I just did the PDF instructions for this last night for my stamp set of the month, girls. So it wasn't too scary. So the first thing you need to do is cut a card base. It can be any color you want. Mine is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And then you need to, we have to do scoring, you guys. And then we're going to need 2 pieces, or I guess 1 piece of cherry cobbler cardstock again. And this is 4 1/4 inches by 5. I'll lay them out. And then we need 2 more cherry cobbler pieces. Well, let's go this way. 2 more pieces of cherry cobbler, and these are 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. So it looks like this. Okay, so 4 pieces in total for the base. And then you're also going to need some Whisper White pieces, 3 Whisper White pieces as well. They're all 4 1/4 inches, but one is 3 inches, one is 2.5 inches, and one is 2 inches. So once you have those measurements, you can make any of these kind of cards. So I've made quite a simple design today, but I've seen people doing stars with them. So many different options. Okay, I am just getting out my new paper trimmer. This will be available November 1st for customers. I'm going to put it here, and then I got to make sure I'm scoring the right way. Okay, so I'll set this aside because this is my base. And then this is the one that is 5 inches, I believe, and I'm just making sure it's 4 1/4. 4 1/4, there we go. And then what we need to do is score it at, and it's pretty much all the same, 1 1/4 and 2.5. Now this gets tricky because I'm not used to my new paper scoring, my new paper trimmer. So I sure hope that is 1 1/4. It's got a lot of extra measurements I'm not used to on the top, and it just takes me a while to figure out where everything is. Okay, and then the second score line is going to be 2.5. And this one didn't, I want it to be a little more pronounced, so let's go over it again. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. Okay, so that is my first piece. And that's exactly how you fold it. And I'll get a bone folder out because we really need to make some crisp creases. Ooh, try to say that 10 times. Okay, and now this one, I'm just making sure it's 4 1/4, so I'm scoring it on the right way. And then again, it's exactly the same as the last one that I just did. So 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. And this time, that should give you 3 equal panels if you did it right. There we go. Let's just get a bone folder. My handy dandy bone folder. There you go. Okay. And then the next one is exactly the same. I like to check and make sure that it's 4 1/4. So I'm actually scoring on the 3 3/4 of an inch side. And again, same thing, 1 1/4, 2 1/2. And then that's basically it for the card. We're done. So easy. Okay, there we go. Let's set this aside, and I'll put my paper trimmer aside. I had the best weekend this weekend. I did 3 private classes. If you guys ever want to stamp with friends, you just bring the wine and or provide the house, provide the wine, and I'll bring the stamping fun and all your card kits. But I did one on Thursday night, one on Saturday, and I had one Sunday, and I can't tell you, I haven't had that much fun in ages. It's such a nice time. I love meeting new stampers, especially when they've never stamped before. That is so fun. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is we are creating, see my little cheat sheet? We're creating this. And this template will then go into Karina's Techniques folder, and I have a whole thick folder full of these templates. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is this is the, I believe this is 2 1/2 inch side panel, and then you've got your 1 3/4, 2 of them. So we're going to add adhesive on the back of this panel. And I'm using my liquid glue because it's sometimes hard to line up. And I'm just going to line it up with the bottom of my card base that I created. And then we'll just give that a minute to dry and make sure it looks pretty good. See, it looks a little crooked to me. And then that way I can just move it. Okay, there we go. And then the next piece, you've got 2 of the same, and they're the same size panel, so it really doesn't matter, except we'll do it on this flap here. So again, this is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. And now when you fold this piece over, I'm taking this piece and I'm nudging it up against the piece I've already put down. And then we'll fold that over. And then the final piece will go here and it'll get nudged up around the back. And if you did it right, you should have about 1/2 inch left. I bet you're going to make 50 of these cards now. Oh, they're so fun. I actually have to try a few different designs now. I should have some playtime coming up pretty soon. Playtime is when I get to play with stamps and make whatever I want. Because I'm in the craft show this weekend, I need to make some fun stuff for that. I've got all these ideas and not enough time. Okay, so this is the base of the card. And before I forget, I want to show you what's cool about this card is that when you put all these panels down, it actually fits in a regular sized envelope. If I can get my envelope. It was right here. Okay, I'll find it later. But you can see it would just fit in a normal sized envelope, so that's a really nice bonus about this card. Okay, next we're going to do some stamping. And I mentioned before that I have 3 pieces. This is 3 inches by 4 1/4, 2 1/2 inches by 4 1/4, and then 2 inches by 4 1/4. So let's start with this piece here. So we are going to use this tree image from the set. I don't know where my set walked away from. My room's actually not that messy today. And I'm going to show you how to get 2 different colors of trees with 1 ink pad. So I'm using shaded spruce, and I'm just going to pop the top, put 2 fingers, and then lock it into place. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going to start with my center tree. And you might wonder why I'm using this foam pad. Because for some reason, this image has a little dead space in the center. And when I use the foam pad, it stamps really nice. Okay, now I've stamped it once. This time I'm going to stamp it a second time, but I want it to appear like this tree is in the background. And see, one's a lighter tree and one's a dark tree. And then I'll do another dark tree. And then I'll do a lighter tree, but I really do not want to get my foam pad all inky. There we go. Okay, then I'll do the other side. And then we'll put one up here. Then I'll stamp off on my template and then stamp here. Okay, what do you think? Pretty cute? Now I couldn't decide on my other card that I did. I thought I was going crazy. This is actually made for my stamp set of the month, and I went to take it downstairs to do my PDF. For some reason, I had it hidden in my new purse. Is that not crazy? It took me a day and a half to find what I did with that. But going back to it, do I need stems? Not stems, tree stumps. I can't decide. So I think we're going to make a stumpless one. Ooh, can't decide. Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be good. So I wanted to create a little bit of a nice light ground cover under my trees. And so I'm taking a sponge roller or sponge brayer. Stampin' Up! Has a few of these. So you get 2 handles and then 4 different sponges. And when you're done with the color, just take a little bit of dish soap, run it under the sink, and squeeze it till it runs clear. And to use my sponge brayer, you just go in one direction and then just roll. And then you can make it as dark or as light as you want. If you use a light hand, you get pretty even coverage, but doesn't that look pretty? I could actually do another one for the sky if I really wanted to. And then if I want to add more accents under the trees, I'd probably just get a sponge dauber. But sometimes when I do that, I make a big mess. So I think we'll just leave it like that. It's looking pretty good. Okay, then I will set that aside. That is one panel stamped. The next panel, we're actually going to put some Designer Series paper on. And I believe it's called the Perfectly Plaid Designer Series paper. Let's just turn to page 13 in the catalog. Take a look. You know what? If you love this, I forgot to mention, for $87, you can get the whole product suite. And everything just comes to make these fun things. So this is the Wrapped in Plaid 6x6 Specialty Designer Series paper. And then we're going to use a shaded spruce gold 3/8 of an inch striped ribbon. Okay, so I have already got some pre-cut. And I like this because this can be used all year long, especially for masculine cards. I don't feel like it's going to, that I can't use it in February or another time of year. I'm going to get tear and tape adhesive, and I'm just going to add a little bit on the back. I like this because half the time I can't find my scissors, or I used to stamp quite a bit on a plane when I was going to Stampin' Up! Events. And they would take your scissors away from you way back then. I don't know if they still do that, but if you use tear and tape adhesive, you don't have to worry about scissors. But you got to pre-cut your ribbon for your flight, of course. Okay, and all I'm doing is just tucking the ribbon over the sides of the Designer Series paper. And then I'll just get some liquid glue. And again, I can use snail adhesive as well. My snail is somewhere on my table. This is just faster for me to do. Okay, and we'll just put that down there. And then that looks pretty as it is, but I thought, you know what, we just need to do a little more stamping. So let's get this stamped image. So I'm going to stamp it in shaded spruce ink. And then we'll punch it out with the tree punch. And then we'll pop it up. There we go. You can see how fast this is coming together. And because I'm popping it up, I want to grab my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I love Stampin' Dimensionals. The regular ones, you get 200 in a package. Or is it, no, 300 in a package. So I'm not sure. I've never actually counted the mini ones. So if anybody knows, make sure you comment and let me know. How many mini dimensionals do you get in a package? That would be interesting. Okay, and then I thought our tree needed a star or something. Oh, hi, Kim. I see you're here too. Metallic pearls. So we're going to use a gold metallic pearl. And let's do that. And see, it just jazzes it up. Okay, we have 2 panels done. And now the 3rd panel, I am just going to stamp Merry Christmas. Because in this stamp set, it has Merry Christmas. I find it's so hard to find a nice stamp set with a basic Merry Christmas. It's always Happy Holidays, Merry and Bright, blah, blah, blah. Half the time I just want to say good old Merry Christmas. So there you go. So that is the 3rd panel. And then we also have, there should be a strip. This is 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. And I'm just going to stamp Ho 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 in the center. And then I'll show you quickly how this card goes together. Okay, and again, I'm using liquid glue. This card should be done with liquid glue because if you put things on crooked, you are just going to be sad. Whereas this gives me a little bit of wiggle room to make mistakes, which you know if you've seen my videos, I make tons of. Okay, so Ho 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 is going here. And then this very first panel, so you got 3 in total, we're going to start with the bottom and we're going to do Merry Christmas. Now this is, you're lining up this edge with this edge of the cherry cobbler, and don't let it hang over because I tried to trim it and made a huge mess. Okay, and then we'll put that down like so. Then we're going to do the next panel, and again I'm putting the adhesive here and I'm going to lay my tree pattern, Tree Designer Series paper down, or I guess my Perfectly Plaid Designer Series paper with my tree on it. Okay, and again I don't want it to hang over or else it's not going to stack up very nice. Let's just pull that back a bit. Okay, that's my 2nd panel. And then my 3rd panel is going to go on here. See, isn't this easy, you guys? If you make this card, give me a picture. I would love to see what you make. I've seen somebody, like I said, do this with stars. It was a phenomenal card. Okay, now that it's together, I'm just going to let it dry for a second because I don't want my pieces moving. Now we need something to secure your Merry Christmas with. So we need to stamp a little acorn. So, oh, here's my envelope. It just appeared out of the blue. Okay, so I have an acorn stamp. You can punch it out with a circle punch. We used to have a 1/2 inch circle punch. We don't anymore. You could do 3/4 of an inch circle. I'm just leaving a white edge and I am just stamping out the acorn. My backyard is full of these acorns. I have to say they're a bit of a nuisance to pick up. Okay, I think I'm going to, I want it stuck down a lot. So let's get a big Stampin' Dimensional. And then this is how we're going to put it together. Okay, so let's get rid of these little flaps for a second. Now I think we're going to, we want this to stand right about here. So let's put the acorn like that. Now when you first do this, it's not going to lie flat. You have to put it in an envelope, maybe stack some heavy books on it. I don't know. I just went and folded it over and just burnished your score lines a lot. And then it sits because each layer will connect to the previous layer. So if it's not doing that, then you just go and burnish it again. Isn't this great? Can you imagine the person's face when they get this? I know some of my friends, I might need to put instructions. How to put together your super cute card. Okay, so that's basically the card. And then I think we actually should have on the envelope, let's stamp and stamp your tree on the envelope. So now you have a cute coordinating envelope. Now imagine if you got this in the mail from your friend. Wouldn't you just be wowed? Super cute. Oh, and I see a few more people are here. Oh, Lisa says you get 720 mini dimensionals in a pack. That's huge. Oh, that is a really good value. I think I'm buying more mini dimensionals. And I see Alexandra Bentley is here. Alexandra, if you can believe it, it's free shipping day today. I'm putting your stuff in the mail. Just saying, it's coming to you. Okay, so that is my video. I hope I've given you some tips. If anybody makes a cute card with this design, post it. Let me see it. I'd love to see it. And thank you so much for stopping by. And if anybody's interested in my Stamp Set of the Month Club, let me know. Or some private classes, or you want to stamp with me, just leave me an email. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.